Welcome to the August 2011 broadcast for the Church of Z. I'm Mescivato, and once again, I'm being joined by my very special guest, Mr. Zelinko.
Thank you, Mescivato. Hey everyone, it's Mr. Zelinko, and I'm here to prepare the entire world of the upcoming zombie apocalypse, and to let whatever organization out there that actually believes they have the fungus contained destroy the spores.
It's the only answer. I go by the name Mescivato, and I've been having visions of zombies my entire life. Within the last year or so, they've been becoming even more pronounced. And then a few months ago, late night television program I saw was about zombie ants and how these spores infect entire colonies of ants, sort of as a means of population control. And I thought this was outrageous because I've been having these visions of these zombies coming to Earth and infecting the whole entire human population. So the very next day, on May 16th, 2011, I decided to hop onto Wikipedia and to look up zombies. And at the bottom of the page, it says that the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, a government agency, released on their website, Prepardness 101, Zombie Apocalypse, on how to prepare for the upcoming zombie apocalypse.
So even they know about the upcoming zombies then?
They know something. And so from this point forward, I decided I had to devote my life to warning everyone about the lunar zombie spores and the upcoming zombie apocalypse. And I'll just show you that webpage that the CDC has. So this is it, Preparedness 101, and you can go to cdc.gov and check it out for yourself. And here they talk about a brief history of zombies, how to prepare for zombies, be better safe than sorry, and a few things that would be nice to have for the zombie apocalypse. And so this was a government agency, like I said, that is trying to prepare the people for a zombie apocalypse. And then a few days ago, after we aired broadcast number 1 for the Church of Z, I came across a YouTube video of NASA. And they have a personal family preparedness video on how to prepare for an upcoming national emergency. And here it is, another government agency trying to prepare us for something big about to occur. I think I'm just going to go to the video and just show you the video, and then we'll talk about it afterward.
They've given me a few minutes just to talk to all of you in our NASA family about emergency preparedness. NASA recently participated in a FEMA exercise called Eagle Horizon that was a part of a continuity of operations and government exercise that we do annually. And I became aware of some things that concern me about our family preparedness, and I wanted to talk to you very briefly. You know, we in NASA, we're an incredibly unique organization. We're the only agency in the federal government that's responsible for the safety and well-being of people not only here on Earth, but off this planet. So my experience in the astronaut office, my experience as an active duty Marine, always talked about the importance of family preparedness and to make sure that we had a viable family support program. And I have concerns that ours right now is not as good as it ought to be. So what I'm asking all of you in the NASA family, whether you're out on the West Coast, here on the East Coast, along the Gulf Coast, up on the Great Lakes, think about the natural disasters that could occur in your area. Think about attacks that could come like 9/11 from outside forces, and talk to your family about your work and what they need to do to prepare for the unforeseen. Develop a family preparedness plan in your house. Have an emergency supply kit available. Most people who live along the Gulf Coast always have an emergency kit for hurricanes. I'm not sure whether people out on the West Coast think about earthquakes and the like, but have an emergency supply kit at your home. Think about a family communications plan. Where are we going to meet if an emergency occurs and we're all over town? What are we going to do? Are we going to call each other on the cell phone? Just think about those things. If you have pets, Think about a pet preparedness plan. How are you going to make sure that they're taken care of when you're spread all over the place? And then if you have family members who have special needs preparedness. The most important asset for us to successfully complete our mission is that our people, our families mainly, are taken care of so that we can come to work and feel good that if an emergency arises, our families are going to be taken care of. So I would ask you again, sit with your families, think about what you would do in an emergency situation. I hope that you'll embrace and support the Family Preparedness Program as we all get better prepared to deal with these emergencies. Know your stuff. Know what it is that you're going to do. Know what it is that you want your family to do if an emergency arises. But most of all, be prepared.
Be prepared is right, but also warn others. He talks about a viable family support program and that it's not as good as it should be. Well, that's exactly why the Church of Z is here. We are trying to set up a viable family support program for all families everywhere around the world. And that way, we can all be prepared for the upcoming zombie apocalypse. He also talks about where we should meet at. And that's why we need to erect churches around the world that are zombie-proof, where we can go and unite with our friends and families, and where we can get prepared together to annihilate the zombie spores. He also talks about attacks from outside forces and the unforeseen. And this is from NASA. This is coming from NASA. So what outside forces is he talking about? What unforeseen is he talking about? Well,
you kind of think maybe it's coming from outer space then, right?
Exactly. And that's where the lunar zombie spores fit in. He knows they're here. And he knows that outbreaks have already occurred. So we need to get prepared and warn others. We need to construct a preparedness kit, like he says. Because we need to be ready for when the zombies hit. We won't be able to make it to a church immediately. You need a few hours to be able to get there. Not to mention the mass chaos that's going to be occurring. So it'd be better to stay at your house for 48 to 72 hours before venturing off to a church. And so, why do I choose the name Mescivato? Well, around this whole time when I've seen the zombie ants and the CDC report, I've been having this name Mescivato pop into my head all the time, and I had no idea where it came from. So when I decided to devote my life to the Church of Z and warning people of the upcoming zombie apocalypse, I decided to use the name Mescivato to warn others about the inevitable. Please visit churchofz.org and consider donating so that we can become a worldwide religion. At churchofz.org, you'll be able to sign up and talk to other people about the upcoming zombie apocalypse and how you will prepare. Let's get ready. Let's warn others.
Get prepared. Destroy the spores.
There's also another video I found. It's from the National Geographic channel on zombie apocalypse survival. And on this video, there's a guy from the Zombie Research Society, an organization in California that is devoted to zombie awareness. The only difference between us and him is that he doesn't know when they're coming. He doesn't know anything about the lunar zombie spores. And also he thinks that the zombie apocalypse is like any other natural disaster out there. This is not unlike any natural disaster out there. This is the zombie apocalypse who will affect everything on Earth. All humans, all walks of life. This could be the annihilation of humanity. So I'm going to leave you off with this video of zombie apocalypse survival. Remember, visit churchofz.org and get prepared.
Warn others.
Thanks for watching.
The scientific community believes the zombie plague is unlikely to happen. But there is one man in the city of Los Angeles who studies zombies as if they were a scientific reality.
There are so many similarities to a zombie outbreak as to the disasters that we see every day on the news. So whether it's a giant hurricane or a flood or an earthquake in Los Angeles, the survival techniques you need and the issues that you face are the same.
Matt Moak is the founder of the Zombie Research Society, a collection of academics and enthusiasts. They use the idea of a zombie apocalypse as a metaphor for any man-made or natural disaster. He heads to the mountains that surround Los Angeles to plot out his survival strategies should a zombie plague ever occur.
As you can see, Los Angeles proper is down below us. In a zombie outbreak, services would go down, traffic would be a complete gridlock, and no one down there, the millions of people, would be able to make it even this far outside of the city. In a zombie outbreak, you want to have a 72-hour kit, which is your bug-out bag. You start with a tent for your shelter. You've got some food. So these are ER bars. They're essentially nutrition blocks that give you all the nutrition you need. You need your first aid kit. And then I always like to have a pair of binoculars so I can sort of stay low and see what's going on. You actually need a bug-out bag for your car, you need one for your home, potentially you need one in your office. If the zombie plague hits when you're at work, you may not be able to get home, you may not be able to get to your car, and you need to be able to survive for at least 72 hours and worry about your own safety. There's no way that you can mount a successful defense if you don't handle the basics first. The best way to get out of any city in a zombie outbreak is to take essentially the road less traveled. If you think going to Walmart is a good idea to get all your stash, think, will everyone else want to do the same thing? And if that's the case, do not do it.